is KCAL News Mornings.
Rise and shine. Good morning to you. It is Thursday, August 15th. I'm Chris Holmshot.
I'm Rudy Shabazi. Thanks for waking up with us here on KCAL News. Here are the stories we're tracking. 3 people are dead after a violent crash involving a motorcycle and a bike. We're live in Victorville with what we're learning about this tragedy.
Plus, an LA-based ballerina convicted of treason in Russia learns her fate in court. We've got the latest from her sentencing that just happened this morning.
And money talks on the campaign trail with both candidates focusing on the economy, how they're presenting their plans to voters in the race for the White House.
But first, let's take a look at your next weather. Amber Lee joins us now. Amber, a lot of kids going back to school today. I think, what, 14 districts?
Yeah, a little bit more. I think more than 14 school districts
okay.
this morning. We've been trying to, we're looking at some that we missed. So yeah, we're definitely looking at many students headed back this week. So here's a look at what's happening. We're looking at temperatures finally feeling a little bit better, especially as we head toward the afternoon. It's still going to be hot. Remember, it's still summer, but we're looking at that dry air that we've been waiting for, and it has returned, and so that's why things are going to feel a lot nicer, not as humid. So this is a Blue Ridge camera looking at the sun slowly coming up, and one of the other school districts headed back to the classroom this afternoon, El Monte. Temperatures nice and mild at the start of the school. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-60s if you're waiting for that morning bus stop where you're dropping your kids off. By the afternoon, we start to see those temperatures warming up, mid-80s. Then after school, it's going to get hot. We're talking temperatures in the low 90s. Here's a look at that live radar. So again, really not too much going on right now. We're kind of in between two systems, but our temperatures are going to remain a little closer to normal for some areas. But I am also tracking a big warming trend headed our way, so I'll let you know when we can expect it coming up a little bit later. Kalina.
All right, Amber, thank you so much. And with kids going back to school, even more kids going back to school, we have a lot of volume out on the roadway already. We're seeing this starting to build earlier and earlier every single day. Here's a look at the 405 in Sherman Oaks. SkyCal over the scene this morning. You can see a school bus right there too. Southbound traffic building as you head away from just before the 101 and continuing in the southbound direction. We also have reports of an overturned truck. The 170 south right at Riverside Drive, the right lane and the off ramp are blocked off here, and you can see that backup building as you make your way into Studio City. And here's a look at the Inland Empire this morning. The 15 Cajon Pass has been jammed up since 4 o'clock this morning. It's been really consistent here. You can see how heavy that backup is. 30-minute ride so far, Joshua Street to the 215. And we also have northbound traffic coming off that 138. Chris, back to you.
Thank you so much. We do have some breaking news for you this morning. An early morning crash takes 3 lives in Victorville.
This is the result of a violent collision between a bicycle and a motorcycle. KCAL News reporter Lustelia Caballero is live in Victorville with the latest information. Lustelia.
Good morning. It truly is a devastating scene out here. We've been here for quite some time. That yellow tape's still up, and now cleaning efforts are underway. We saw a street sweeper earlier, and to the left you can see a tow truck there. That's going to pick up the motorcycle. The bicycle was loaded into a patrol vehicle earlier. At around 12:20 this morning, deputies with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department responded to a call of a crash between a motorcycle and a bicycle at the intersection of La Paz Drive and 7th Street, which is where we are now. 3 people were pronounced dead on scene. At this time, it's unclear how many riders were actually on the bicycle and motorcycle, and so far the victims have not been identified. So at this time, deputies have let us know that it is going to be at least another hour before these streets are opened up again, and we're talking about a stoplight after Valley Center Drive and a stoplight in the other direction. So this should all be cleaned up within the hour for the commuters. Reporting live in Victorville, Lustelia Caballero, KCAL News.
Yeah, just an awful story. Lustelia, thank you for that update. We also have some developing news for you. A ballerina who lived in Los Angeles has just been sentenced to more than a decade in a Russian prison. Our assignment manager, Mark Liu, at the desk with the details. Mark, what's the latest?
Yeah, Chris, so a Russian court has just sentenced Russian-American Ksenia Karolina to 12 years in a penal colony. This after she pleaded guilty to treason earlier this month. Her attorney says she will appeal. Now, this is 32-year-old Ksenia Karolina. She once worked here in Southern California as a manager at a spa in Beverly Hills. She was also an accomplished ballet dancer. She holds dual Russian and American citizenship. Now, earlier this year, she had traveled to Yekaterinburg, Russia to visit her family. While there, she was detained by Russian security services for allegedly donating just over $50 to a New York-based charity that provides humanitarian aid to Ukrainian refugees. Russia accused her of collecting this money to be used to buy supplies